Okay, so now let us see with respect to the access modifiers in Java. See guys, access modifiers are basically they define the visibility and the accessibility of class, methods and variables. Okay, see, we can restrict a particular variable to be accessed in a different package. We can restrict a particular variable to be accessed in a different class. We can restrict, and we can even restrict a particular variable to be accessed only by the child classes. Okay, so those kind of restrictions we can do with respect to the access modifiers that are provided in Java. Okay, basically there are four different access modifiers in Java. I will explain each one of them by using different examples on Eclipse with respect to variables, so that you will be clear that what and all where we can use the access modifiers and how they will behave. I'll explain. Okay, so before that, let us see what are the different access modifiers that we have in Java. Okay, the different access modifiers that we have in Java are private, default, protected, public. So these are the four types of access modifiers that we have in Java, and I have listed all of them with respect to how they will be accessed. Okay, so private variable, if suppose we are trying to declare a particular variable as private, it can be accessed only within the class. Okay, we cannot access a private variable within the package also. We cannot access a private variable outside the package as well. We cannot access a private variable outside the package, not even in the subclass or the child class, and not outside of the non-child class. This is non-child class, this is child class. Okay, and default access modifier can be accessed only within the class, can be accessed within a package, but not outside the packages, not even in the child class of outside package, not even in the non-child class. Protected can be accessed within the class, within the package, outside the package, within the subclass or the child class, but not outside the package with non-child classes. I'll explain, don't worry. And public can be accessed everywhere. Okay, so these are the four types of access modifiers we have. So private modifier, accessible only within the same class. When can we go with private modifier? When it hides implementation details from other classes. Whenever we have this requirement, we want to hide the details of the particular variable from other classes, we go with private modifier. When do we go with default modifier? Default modifier is nothing but we will not write any modifier. So that is a default modifier. So this is accessible within the same package, and it is used for the package level access. Okay, and protected is used accessible within the same package and child class or subclass of the particular class. In that we can use. So when we can go with protected modifier, when it is used when subclassing is required, there we can go. Public is accessible everywhere, so we can use for global access. Okay, so for that particular thing we can declare a particular variable as public access modifier. Now let us explain each one modifier with respect to examples. Let me switch to Eclipse. Okay, so now let us try to consider two things here, guys. Okay, so first thing that we will consider is we will consider this particular class. I'll go here, I'll make it as show in package explorer. Okay, see, this is called as, just try to observe here, guys, in the left section of the Eclipse. Okay, so this is called as a project. This is a project. Test Java project. This is a project. Okay, this is called as a package, default package, right? This is called as a package. Now let me try to create one more package at this src folder. Right click, new package, and let me try to give the name as test1 package. Okay, so now we have two packages. we have one default package, one test1 package, right? So here let me try to create one class. Let me give the name as hello class. Okay, hello. Let me try to have public static void. So now what we have, guys, we have two packages. One package is the default package and the other package is the test1 package, right? So this default package has one class, that is demo string, and the test1 package has one class, hello.java, right? We have two packages in which we have two strings. Now let me switch back to Word. So just try to understand. Private can be accessed only within the class. Within the package, we can't access. Outside the package of subclass, we can't access. Outside the package, we can't access. Right? So now let me try to create one variable in demo string. Let me try to create one variable. Can we have access modifier to local variables? No, we can't have. So let me try to create one instance variable. So I'll have here as, let me try to declare one static variable. Static int of a. What access modifier this variable has, guys? This has default access modifier. If we are not writing it as private, if we are not writing it as public, if we are not writing this as protected, if we are not writing, then that is considered as default access modifier. If we are writing it as private, then it is a private access modifier that we have given to this particular variable. Okay. So in order to explain this particular modifiers, okay, in order to explain the different modifiers that we have, I have taken this particular different classes. Okay, I have taken this different classes. Now let me show you guys one by one. Okay, this is, so I have taken two packages, guys. Consider this two packages, test1 package and test2 package. Okay, consider two packages, test1 package and test2 package. Test1 package has one class hello, right? Test2 package has two classes, one is test and one is world. World is the child class of hello, which is present under test1 package, right? And test is the simple class, which is not the child class, or we can consider non-subclass. Okay, this is non-subclass, like this, and the other one is the subclass. Okay, so this is called as the child class and this is called as the non-child class. This is called as the non-child class or the non-subclass, and this is the subclass or the child class. Okay, now let us go one by one. Let us go with respect to declaring a particular instance variable. Why I am trying to have instance variable? Because the local variable cannot have any modifiers, access modifiers. So for that I am trying to have one variable integer, which I am trying to declare it as static, and then I am trying to declare a is equals to 20. So what kind of access modifier is this? This is called as a default access modifier, because we are not trying to provide any modifier. So now let me try to declare it as private. Okay, now I have declared it as private. So what was the characteristics of a private variable? A private variable can be accessed only within the class, right? We can access only within the class. Okay, so here I have declared this particular variable as private, and let me try to access this particular private variable within the class. So as with respect to the variable, how I can try to access? Let me try to create the sysout statement. So I have created the sysout statement here. So now let me try to call this particular private variable a with the help of class name hello.a. So am I able to access the private variable a within the class? Yes, I am able to access. Now let us try to access the private variable outside the class within the same package. So let me try to access. How to access? I'll just try to print in the other class, that is Android. So this Android is present under same package, but it is another class. So let me try to access here. So see guys, we can see that we are seeing the compile time error. The compile time error states that the field hello.a is not visible. So the private variable can be accessed only within the class. We cannot access the private variable outside the class within the same package, nor within the other package class. So this is test class which is present in another package, test2 package. I'm not able to access here. Here also we can see it is an compile time error. When compared with respect to the child package of the package in which we have declared this variable a, even there we cannot access a private variable, or a variable that is declared as private we cannot access anywhere except within the same class. This is private. Now public can be accessed everywhere, right? We saw public. Public is nothing but it is accessible everywhere inside a class, within the package, outside package of the subclass, outside package of the non-subclass. Let us see that. So for that what we have to do? We have to just remove the private that we have declared and make it as public. Only one thing I will do. Now you can see that compilation error that we were seeing in all other classes is removed. See, there is no compilation error. There is no compilation error. There is no compilation error. But if I am making it as private, I can only be seeing that no compilation error is seen only in the same class, but in all other classes we can see that particular compilation error. See, we got the compilation error. We got the compilation error. We got the compilation. So the public access modifier can be accessed anywhere inside a project. This is a project, test Java project. So the public access modifier, when given with respect to a variable, can be accessed anywhere inside a project. But private access modifier can be accessed only within that particular class. It cannot be accessed anywhere. If you are trying to access, you will be getting a compile time error saying the field or the variable that we have declared is not visible. Everywhere we will see the compilation error because we have declared that particular variable as private. Now you can't access this variable here, but if you are trying to declare it as public, you can access anywhere. Right? Simple. Now let us go with respect to other access modifiers that we have. Let us go with respect to default. So how to write default? We will not be writing default like this. Instead, we will just not write anything. So that is considered as an default access modifier. Okay. The default access modifier can be accessed within the package, within another class of the same package, but not outside the package. See, compilation error. Compilation error. So where we can access the default access modifier? The default access modifier can be accessed only within the package. It cannot be accessed within the other packages. So this is called as default is an package level modifier. Okay. Now let us see with respect to one more modifier, that is with respect to protected. Okay. Protected access modifier can be written like this, protected. Okay. I've added this particular reserved keyword and it is a case sensitive, guys. Don't try to write capital P. It won't work. Write small p, case sensitive. So now the protected access modifier can be accessed within the package of the same class or within the package of the other class. So this is, it can be accessed within the package anywhere, inside the class, outside the class of the same package. But with respect to the other package, when it comes, it can be accessed only with respect to the child classes. See, world is the child class of hello, right? This is subclass. This is non-subclass. So here we can't access. See, it is giving us the field hello.a is not visible. This is a compilation error. Now here if I am trying to remove this extends, then I'll see the error here also, because this is not a child class. So the protected access modifiers can be accessed within the package, with other package only when we have child classes in which we have declared that protected variable. Like for example here, if suppose I am trying to declare this as a child class with respect to extends keyword, then I can access that variable here as well. Okay, so this is protected access modifier. Protected access modifier. Where we have declared? We have declared here, right? If this protected access modifier can be accessed within the package anywhere, within other package, only within the child class we can access. With the non-child class we can't access. So this is protected. Private access modifier can be accessed only within the class. Public can be accessed anywhere, within the package, outside the package, within the package child class, without the package child class, anywhere. Default can be accessed only within the package. Default access modifier is also called as package level modifier. Protected access modifier can be accessed within the same package, within the child class or the subclass of other packages. Okay, so these are the 4 different types of access modifiers that we have: private, default, protected, public. And here we have seen like where and all we can try to access a particular variable that we have declared. So these are access modifiers in Java.